Across Kenya, the nation grapples with the aftermath of recent protests. Beyond the immediate events, the focus now shifts to addressing the needs of those who have been affected. The government has announced plans to compensate victims and hold those responsible for criminal acts accountable. But what does this process entail, and what are the challenges ahead? Identifying those who qualify as victims is a complex first step. Clear and trusted reporting mechanisms must be established to allow individuals from all corners of the country to come forward. Robust verification processes, free from bias, are essential to ensure the legitimacy of claims. This will require careful documentation and impartial assessment of the harm suffered. The definition of a victim must be broad enough to encompass those directly injured, families who have lost loved ones, and those who have suffered property damage as a direct result of the protests or the response. Establishing a clear timeframe for the recent protests is crucial to determine the temporal scope of compensation. This will ensure clarity and prevent disputes over eligibility. Compensation efforts must address the diverse needs of victims, including medical expenses, lost income, property repair or replacement, and support for psychological trauma. Beyond direct government compensation, the role of community-based organizations and civil society in providing support and resources to victims across the country is vital. The ultimate goal of compensation is to provide a meaningful remedy for the harm suffered and to begin the process of healing for affected individuals and communities throughout Kenya. Allocating sufficient and transparent financial resources is a significant hurdle. Adequate funding is needed for both victim compensation programs and the investigations into criminal acts. Ensuring the independence of investigating bodies and the judiciary from political influence is paramount for accountability and to foster public trust in the process nationwide. Overcoming potential distrust between the public and state institutions will be crucial for encouraging victims to come forward and cooperate with investigations across the nation. Beyond financial compensation, providing access to psychological support, legal aid, and other essential services is vital for the long-term well-being of victims across Kenya. Moving forward requires a national dialogue that acknowledges the pain and grievances of all affected, fostering an environment conducive to healing and reconciliation. Moving forward requires a national dialogue that acknowledges the pain and grievances of all affected, fostering an environment conducive to healing and reconciliation. Holding those responsible for criminal acts accountable, through fair and just legal processes, is essential for upholding the rule of law and preventing future violence across the country. Thank you for watching. If our video resonated with you, please consider liking and subscribing to stay updated. Join our community in the comments to share your insights and foster discussions that drive positive change. See you next time.